Well, fuck you, Craig, and welcome back to the 131st rendition of Cooped Up Conversations with Aaron, Joey, Prokop, and me, Cooper. This episode will be coming out during Pride Month, so I wanted to be the first podcast to say we are very pro-gay. We love the gays. I wish I was gay, but we're not. And
can't help what we're not.
I'm very glad you guys get a month, and hopefully Arkansas doesn't take your right to vote or get married or whatever they're doing. But other than that, yeah, we're pro-gay, so that's how we're going to start the podcast. We were just talking about golf clubs again, and we figured we'd fucking start the pod. The transition's brutal. But I did, like Joey was saying, Aaron, I did find it funny that you said you were going to spend zero money in there.
I didn't spend money in there. I did it today online, but I looked at them and thought about it, and I tried a few out. So
what'd you end up going with?
I got Cleveland XLs.
The irons? Cleveland's are really good. I didn't even think of mentioning them, but I forgot they kind of had that mid-tier iron too.
Yeah, they're what's the word for not blades, like player improvement? Normal ones. No,
yeah,
they look like yours. They don't have a big cavity. Like it's not like a big fat cavity, but they're not like blades.
It has a cavity still. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something there. I got those. I got a set. It was I think it's a 4 through a pitching wedge, so it's like a set, which is nice. And I was like, screw it, because they were $699, and I had 200 off. So I was like, I could spend like 700 anyways. So yeah. I got it. I got a putter, and I got myself 56.
What kind of putter did you get?
Like the cheapest one. I feel like a putter isn't.
No. I mean, what style did you get? Like a small head or a big head?
Like, what's a small head mean? It has
like what mine is. Like mine's a blade putter, so it's kind of like a mini golf putter.
Yeah. It's more. No. It has like the little back behind it, kind of. If that's.
Is it round? Is it rounded?
Yeah.
The rounded ones are nice.
Yeah, it was the cheapest one. I was like, and then I feel like the 56s aren't too like.
What kind of 56 did you get?
Cleveland. Again.
Oh, so you got Cleveland wedges are super nice. They're like considered one of the top.
I decided for a 56 since like I was gonna do like 5260. I was like 56 seems like a nice even number.
Yeah, because depending on how you hit your club set pitching wedge, like at least for me, the reason why I ended up getting wedges is I didn't really like the club set wedges I got. The attack wedge, which I think is like, I'm gonna look up the degree, but the attack wedges, the head was so small, so I couldn't really use it out of the rough, which sucked.
Yeah,
and then the sand wedge I got, I just didn't really like it.
I got
the 56 is a good one because what's it?
My problem with golfing right now is when I like have been playing, my shortest club has to be my pitching wedge. So it's like a lot of like very light, you know what I mean? Like pitching wedge hitch when you're in that like range where I wish I had a wedge for it.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks hitting out of sand with a club set pitching wedge.
Yeah.
It just, like, at least for mine, like, mine's got so much weight to it, but it's not really like a blade. So it's, like, really hard to, like, get under it. So I use it a lot more for, like, bump and runs than anything. And then I'll use it for, like, probably within, like, 120 and up. Just because the problem is my 52, I probably hit, like, if I really hit it well, I keep my head down, I probably hit it, like, 110, 115. The 56, I hit about 100, 105 maybe if I really get a good whack at it. But then my 60, I only probably hit like 75 yards. So it's like that pitching wedge, it's like such a huge drop off. It's like 10, 15 yards, especially with wedges, is so tough because then it's like I'm hitting a fucking 80% pitching wedge. It's like, it's so much.
No, exactly. Harder. Like, trying to get a more full set. Jeremy wants my clubs now, which is cool. Convince JNads for some content.
There we go, dude.
But was it all? And then the funniest thing about it, the worst thing about online shopping is you're just there and you're like, I might as well. So not that this matters, but then I was like, I'm going to throw in to make myself feel like I'm good at golf is a towel and a brush.
The brushes are nice. I need to go through and clean my clubs, like soak them and then clean them and then soak them again. I haven't done that probably in a year.
Yeah, I was like, screw it. I'm gonna get a towel and a brush and like cosplay as like a golfer.
The
My
towel is nice, dude. I always forget the towel, and the towel's like nice because you get a little fucking muddy, and then it's like you don't really have anything to wipe it on. It sucks.
Was it my parents have been redoing their backyard, and there's like a lot more grass now, and now it's like a good like I'd say like 60 yards from my driveway. So I'm just gonna like use that when I'm home.
Yeah, I used to practice wedges in my backyard, and then I got one off the handle once, and I tugged it, and it hit a stack of logs. It hit the deck, and then it hit my next door neighbor in the face.
Is that real?
Nice.
Yeah, he was cool about. I was in like high school too, so like he really didn't have to be cool about it, but he was, thankfully. But I haven't hit golf balls in my backyard since.
So should we do a Memorial Day recap for everyone?
Dude, first off, I do want to say I don't think we could have gotten better weather than what we got.
We definitely could have. I'm not gonna lie. We definitely. Like,
no, if it was much warmer, dude. Like I mean, at the end of the day, we
I
weren't
would
gonna
have preferred
swim.
that. I would have.
I don't think I would have. The water wasn't warm enough. But also, like, at the end of the day, dude, all things considered, like, the weekend could have been like the weekend that's coming up, and it could have been fucking 55 and rainy all day, and then we would have just been sitting inside, and that would have sucked.
Yeah.
Like, we got besides the wind, which kind of like fucked up cornhole on the beach and shit. The weather was like, I'd take that weather, dude. Like 75, like you, come on, man, can't complain about that. And also, dude, we lived like kings this weekend, dude. We gorged ourselves, we drank, we were merry. We watched sporting events. It was great.
We cried, we laughed.
We did. It was a roller coaster of emotions. The needing to shit myself from the clams, the anxiety about that did slightly get in the way of me being more energetic on Sunday. It wasn't even like I like ended up like shitting myself, but it was like the risk of like, hey, I probably put back 4 pounds of clams myself. Just realistically. Putting back that many clams, the risk of one of them causing food poisoning is pretty high.
I'm not stopping. That's the beauty of these steamers. I don't plan on stopping though. Like I said, I went out to a little family dinner. We looked at the specials and they had steamers on the menu.
Steamer, you can't go wrong with a steamer, man. You dip it in the fucking water bath, get some butter, dude, do it up. I mean, it's kind of like a McNugget or fries or something like skinny fry, like McDonald's fries. Like you're not getting full off it. It's just like you get to put something in your mouth.
Yeah, I was gonna say yours were better, Coop. Ours were better.
I mean,
it's not a hot take either, though.
I'm low-key shocked though. The one thing that did suck about the tonnage that we got was the fact that like the bottom layer in both bags got crushed. Like that sucked.
But
So
that
we
was a
probably lost
learning
out on, like, 2
experience.
pounds of
That was a learning experience for logistics because now next time we get 20 pounds, there will be a next time. Let's make that clear.
100%.
I say four bags of 5 pounds.
I was thinking the same thing on my commute today, Aaron. I literally was sitting there. I'm like, how could we have made that?
I literally was thinking that.
It is separate, but like, I didn't want to be a dick about it because I was already separating it into 2 bags.
But now if we do it and they like, even if they give us a hard time, we'll be like, we've learned. This isn't our first rodeo. You know
also,
what I mean?
how wild was it that they fucking had pre-designated the tip for 20%?
That was insane.
Because then I looked at it, bro, and the guy's looking at me, and then I paused for like a second too long, to the point where it was like, if I then entered no tip, like I'm a real douchebag. So I just looked at it and I was like, fuck, and I gave like 15% because the guy went to. Dude, we broke up. We walk in, right?
Mm-hmm.
We say, oh, we need 20 pounds of steamers. The guy's like, 20? I'm like, yeah, can you separate it into 2 10-pound bags? He's like, yeah. And then he looked at his butt, like the coworker. He's like, yo, you're going to need to watch the front. I'm going to be back there for a while. Like, dude, like definitely didn't have the logistics ready, which is a mistake on their part. It's a fucking fish pier. It's down in Chatham. You don't tell me that's one of those rich fucking fucks down there.
Is
Was like, give me,
yeah.
yeah, like give me. Maybe you're supposed to normally call that kind of poundage in.
But here's the thing. Some people are spontaneous like us. Because that was the beauty of that whole thing to me. It was spontaneous.
Yeah, we're on the beach. To be honest with you, I just needed to get off the beach at that point. So I would have gone and gotten dog shit in a bag for fucking getting off the beach for a minute. Because, dude, I also passed the fuck out. Like, that wasn't like a minor sleep, dude. I woke up and I'm like, what time of fucking day is it? And I like looked around, and then I saw you guys were still playing cornhole. So I'm like, realistically, dude, I'm like, at most they're playing like 2 hours of cornhole. So I'm like, at least it's under 2 hours. But the sunburns I got, dude, are just fucking miserable. Like, I got it on the inside back of my arm. Like, that's it. That's like, because I had my arms tucked under my stomach. Because I didn't want, I'm like, oh, my arms won't burn. But I like got burned on the inside back of my arm, which is fucking miserable. Because it kept bumping into fucking shit, like my desk and stuff all day. And I'm like, oh. But
My
then
nose is a little burned.
I didn't get any on my face, and then I got it on the back of my knees, which just sucks. Because now it's not even the point where it's like it hurts when I touch it, but it's like more of the point where it's like it's itchy, but like not in like a you can scratch. It's almost I imagine what I'm feeling is a minor thing of shingles, essentially, where it's just like the nerves around there are all fucked up. So I'm like touching it. And like I'm like, oh, like now that I'm touching it, I need to scratch it. But then if I scratch it, I'm like, ah, fuck, like that hurt.
100%.
Also, the fucking Chatham Bars Inn was fucking dope. The mudslides were fine.
They tasted good, but
They
like
tasted. It was definitely a bottom tier mudslide that I've had so far this summer. Like I'd say the ones we even made at home the night before were better. But
100%. Those are good. I just want to feel like a little kick of vodka in it. And you know
Yeah.
me, like I'm not. It's just like I need like I know Joe, you need to like basically only taste the alcohol, which is fair enough. But I like to just know it's there. That's what I'm asking for.
yeah, you want that like slight like burn in your throat.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah. But the thing is, dude, I can't fucking even hear
Joe,
you, dude.
your volume is like fluctuating. You were like cutting through, and now you sound like you're in like a 1880s Alexander Graham Bell phone.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Better.
That's a little better.
I'm just not going to talk in this one, but
That's great.
alcohol.
Alcohol.
Joe's busy cleaning so the boys can make their move to the new apartment.
I mean, I probably should pack, bro, but like, I'm just gonna get shit there, man. I might even put clothes in trash bags tomorrow morning.
Sometimes it's the best way to do it. It's like the easiest way.
Yeah, because then you could carry like 4 bags up at a time. If you do it in bins, it's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
The fact that we're on the 3rd floor again kind of sucks. To be honest with you, dude, this might sound privileged as fuck, but like I don't mean to it because more of the fact that like the cost isn't as much. Like next time I move, like move, like I'm fax just hiring movers for the big shit. Like
yeah,
it's
my
only
mom
a
was
couple
trying to
hundred
convince
bucks.
me to do that.
It's only a couple $100. The problem is, Aaron, if we were in the same place, it would be fine. But like we're all spread out right now, so theoretically, like when we move out, like if it's only like $300 to get the shit out to a storage unit, like I might be fucking convinced. There's realistically only so many more times I'm carrying fucking my bed up a 3rd floor spiral staircase. Like realistically, like I'll spring the couple $100 for it. Kind of like Joe and you were talking about, like if it's only $100 for a maid to come in once a month and clean the common area space, like bro, that's fucking $25 each. Like I'm all about it.
We love maids.
What's the is the male version of a maid is a maid still, right? Or is it a butler?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
what is
guessing
it?
it's like a nurse. Same word. You know what I mean? Like you're a nurse. A nurse is.
Yeah.
You just like gender roles have made us think. Fucking
Well,
sexism.
Well, no, but a lot of stuff does have different names, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't like saying that we're trying to exclusively hire. We'll hire a male maid.
We'll only hire male maids, actually. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of want to see an even representation in the workforce, so I feel like that's
Honestly, we should do a little study, a little analytical study. Each time we get a maid, we'll fucking.
Do you
look
think
in-
we'll sound weird though if we call and are like, "Hey, we want specifically a male maid"?
They'll be like, we don't have any.
No, I think they'll be just like, "You gonna murder this guy?" They'll be a little weird. They'll be probably.
They'll be like, do you guys like? They probably think we're like wanting to do some like sex party. You know what I mean? Like, and they're gonna have to explain to us that like they think we're in like P Town. We think we're in P Town. It's like no, because I bet in P Town you can hire male maids. You know what I mean? Come and do a little cleaning, gives you a little show after.
Yeah, I don't know if those people are classified as maids.
Yeah, but for like the bit, it is. I bet.
Probably for the bit. There was like a Ricky Gervais skit that came up on fucking my TikTok recently. And he's normally an insufferable bitch, but it was like, I'll do anything for 60 quid. And he's like, anything? And she's like, yeah. And then he had her doing dishes, which I think is a great move. Also, speaking of TikTok clips, I mentioned it last night. How good is Aaron? Do you get a ton of HBO like shows and movies and stuff like clips on your TikTok?
Yeah, dude, I've watched like that like cop show, like the whole thing, pretty much.
Yeah, dude. But I think HBO like especially does so well. I said it last night. They must hire people to fucking to do it. Oh, I forgot to call that fucking guy. I said I was gonna call him after work.
What guy?
This TikTok guy who has less followers.
Yeah, I
than
didn't.
us,
I
by
didn't
the
follow
way.
that. What was he saying? I didn't really get it.
He's like basically trying to find ways to grow his channel, and he noticed that I stitched his Zin video back in the day. And he's like, "Oh, like since you've like interacted with my content before, would you be like interested in either like stitching my like content or doing something with it, like even maybe running like a secondary page?"
Dude, what? What is it? What's his content? What is he trying to do?
I mean, he's like all over the place, to be honest with you. Like he did the weird Zin one where he like put like it's like 12 mg, like he put a whole tin of like 12 mg nicotine pouches in his mouth and then drove. And I made a video about it. And it wasn't even a video that like did well.
Wait, how many pouches?
He did a 12 milligram pouch and he did like the whole thing. But then he like tries American Spirits like in the car and he's like rates them. And then he like crushes food. Like he'll like eat a fucking fillet of fish in like 20 seconds. And he's like this goofball from Philly. Like he actually seems like a cool guy. But he has a very similar facial structure and vibe to the fucking Idaho murder guy. So like I don't know if that's why I've been wary.
What's his channel called?
Dude, he has way less followers than us. Like significantly less.
What? Wait, what's his name?
His name's like Joe Willie. He says he
Joe.
does food reviews, but like he doesn't just do. He's like kind of all over the place. There is a lot of food. Watch me destroy McD's something. I don't know. This guy's a fucking.
I thought you were gonna say MD 2020s for a second. I was
I
like,
thought it was, but
Dude,
it
I don't
says
want him. I
McD's.
don't want him near us. I bet he's a Trump supporter. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, he might be, but like, he's like, I'll pay you per stitch, and I'm like, dude, I wonder how much. Like, I
What
told
can
him, I'm like, bro, I hate to say it, dude, but like, I'm like trying to pump out content on TikTok now. It's like, dude, we do the podcast every week. Once ProCop's baby thing progresses, I'm sure I'm gonna have to edit it, and then it's like, I work full time, bro. I'm like, you gotta pay me some significant money to take some, and I'm like, I hate to say it, I'm not gonna react to every fucking thing you say in a funny way. Like I'm like
I might be
like,
mean to you, dude.
well, that's the thing. I'm gonna have to talk to him about it and be like, yo, dude, like I would be fine doing it on my own channel and fucking tagging you. and then you can fucking have someone else start a fucking page of people who react to your shit. Like, I'm fine if you want to pay for Stitch for that, but I have no interest in running some content creator who has less fucking followers than us. Not even trying to make, like, that makes me sound like a prick. But I'm not trying to be a prick, but he's like talking about like, oh, you'll get a cut of I'm like, dude, you sound deranged like me, man.
What if he's like, what if he's like secretly like a millionaire? Like he's like some rich kid.
Well, that's what I like low key think's a possibility.
And he's just gonna dump money towards you.
So I'm like, I'll like, dude, that's but
you just gotta hear run the numbers first.
Yeah, and if he tells me like, hey, I'll pay you fucking $500 a month to run this other fucking TikTok page where you only have to post like once or twice a day, I'd be like, that's fine, dude. Like, I'd do that. But it would need to be like $500 a month. Like, it would need to be significant.
So you could cover pretty much 60% of your rent.
That's what I'm saying. But
People
like,
will do anything to get TikTok famous.
Yeah, he might be doing what we need to do and pay people with twice the followers as us. He's gonna pass us. That's what's the problem is if you say no, he's gonna end up with more followers than us somehow within like a few months.
yeah, no, I mean, but the thing is, dude, is like, I think he's been active just as long as we have. Like,
Yeah, now he's ready to put the money into the marketing.
I mean, he seems like he drank a whole thing of whole milk.
Jesus.
That's kind of funny.
Do you know what the thing is? You should tell him to do next time. Drink a whole thing of whole milk with steamers after eating.
Dude, that would be so funny. I would fucking, dude, if he pays for a fucking train ticket down to Philly, dude, I'll bring him steamers.
5 pounds of steamers and a whole gallon of milk. Do it.
And then I'll react to that. I'm sure I would. To be honest, he's like, I got some content to show you before it gets posted. I'm like, dude, all right.
Was he just like going through like everyone?
I mean, dude, maybe, but like, he's like been slightly active on our page since. So I'm like, maybe this guy, like, I don't know. It at the end of the day, dude, it's essentially like I can't even think of a comparison. I don't know. You would need to pay me $500, so at least
Get him on the pod. Maybe not.
I mean, we could give him a test run.
Dude, to be fair, I don't remember Beth responding to me last time I messaged her, so I think we might have burned that bridge.
Yeah, have you given up on that? I'd give up on that bridge.
I mean, I haven't hit her up. I hit her up one time around in March for fucking. I'm like, do you want to come on our Women's Month podcast? So she probably thought we were goofy, but she still does shit on our page. Like, she'll fucking like videos every once in a while. She'll fucking comment on stuff.
Does she still post a lot? Like, I'm not on TikTok.
She seems to post less. Like, I don't see.
Maybe she's starting to realize that Cleveland fucking stinks.
That would be so funny.
If you get her back on, be like, do you hate it now? She's like, yeah, it sucks.
Low key, way less magical.
Yeah, it's called moving to a new place. You realize the fucking shitty bar you go to every time sucks.
Yeah. Especially coming. Where'd she say she came from? Like LA or Sydney?
Yeah, like LA.
Yeah, man. Like, it just can't be as good.
No, it just isn't. This is like, it's kind of like, it'd be like, honestly, if I moved to Plymouth from like a place, like, I mean, Plymouth rules, but like, if I moved to Plymouth from like LA or something like that for some reason, and when I was going to like T-Bones and shit, or I mean, not T-Bones, anywhere, I'd be like, like, this is cute, this is fun. But I feel like the novelty would wear off pretty quick. Like, I want to say this as I've never been to Cleveland, so Cleveland listeners, like, I apologize for this. But I have like a feeling that Cleveland doesn't have much more to do than like Plymouth. Besides like the sports teams. But when it comes to like nightlife,
closest thing would be Hartford, Connecticut.
Which isn't like, which is at best like twice as good as Plymouth in terms of like things to do, which isn't like that big of a number. Like it just
No.
can't be
No.
that stimulating, that city.
I just like, and maybe it is, man. Who fucking knows?
Nah,
But I
that's what I'm
don't-
saying. Like, who knows?
It probably isn't, right?
This is
So-
no, it definitely isn't. It's kind of
Yeah.
like sometimes I go on threads on Reddit, like ask Reddit, it'll be like most underrated city in the U.S. What is it? And the answers will be like Oklahoma City, and I'm like, I just don't believe you.
It probably is great, man, to visit.
I bet those yeah, to visit.
There's a lot of places like that for me, dude, that are cool, but I don't want to fucking live there.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of cities too in the U.S. that are like, I bet you would enjoy living in, but like there's no reason to visit. Like a lot of the major cities, in the U.S. and Middle America, are like I bet if you live there, get a nice suburb, it's like live in like a nice home, like your life's probably great there. You know what I mean? Like Dallas, I bet you could enjoy Dallas, but like there's nothing in Dallas that's driving me to like visit that city. I have no interest in visiting Dallas ever.
Well, if
No.
you go to Dallas, you might as well go to Houston and Austin.
Exactly. I mean, even Austin, like I couldn't convince. I really don't have any. I feel like I don't even want to visit. It seems so lame.
You don't want to go to the Joe Rogan Club?
Can't say I do.
Have you guys, speaking of Pride Month, have you guys seen Tim Dillon call up the bar manager for Joe Rogan's club and be like, "Hey, I'd like to do a drag brunch."
Oh yeah, drag
But
brunch.
it's an
with everyone.
armed-
Everyone an armed
It's
drag
an
brunch.
armed drag brunch.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. That would
Yo,
be great.
speaking of comedy, you guys see I think you should leave season 3 just dropped.
No, I'm gonna have to watch that. I
Yeah.
do not look at Netflix.
I need to watch that too.
Which one?
I think you should leave.
Oh yeah, I was kind of saving it till we moved in.
Yeah, we could watch that when we move in.
There's this golf School of Hard Knocks on Netflix I've been told to watch. You guys heard
Really?
about this?
No.
It's
I'm
ba-
kind of
it-
intrigued.
it's like a 30 for 30 doc / like School of Hard
Oh yeah,
Knocks.
they did the behind the scenes with like a few players. I can't remember
Yeah.
who it was. They took like clips from the whole year. Yeah, I wanted to watch that. That's one I haven't gotten around to yet. Honestly, like I haven't been. It's hard to fucking watch shit by myself, man. To be real, and that sounded really lonely, but I'm not lonely. It's more of just like I enjoy watching shit with other people in the sense that it's like I just stay focused more. Like if I'm like bored, like I'm gonna do other shit when shows are on, and I pay like way less attention, so I'm like way less likely to
Yeah.
watch
like-
shows I haven't seen before.
Yeah,
'cause
you
I'm not
turn on
paying
your
enough attention.
bingers when you're at home so you can kind of like do shit.
Yeah. Like I watched Band of Brothers in the Pacific. Both of them were really good. That was
Man,
two
I love
episodes.
Pacific. It's like the perfect length. And
I think Band of Brothers is better because the Pacific is like, I feel like there's way less group character development. Like I know that Band of Brothers followed like the Winters guy the most. Like it was all based around him. But like
Is Rami Malek the main character in the Pacific, or is he just like
no,
a
he's the secondary one. It's Sledge and then Robert Lackey. And I've read both their books that the shows were based on. And it's pretty good. Like I don't remember him being so graphic about the Rami Malek character in the book. Granted, I read it in like high school, but they definitely played that up in the show a lot more. But the Pacific also has 2 waste episodes, dude. There's the fucking one when they're on the stupid island with the crabs, where the Lackey goes to the fucking mental hospital.
Yeah.
And then there's the one when they're in Australia and they're like, it's about the 2 like love stories, and it's like, dude, enough with this. Like they did it in Band of Brothers but like it wasn't the whole episode. Like there was actually fighting in those episodes. It's the one when the guy brings guy goes to the fucking hospital and he's like gets all upset because a patient dies, and then she's like, I'll give you chocolate, and then he's like, all right, like that episode, but there's still shit going on. And then I don't normally like the training episode of Band of Brothers just because I hate the fucking David Schwimmer guy so much. And you're supposed to hate him, but like I like extra hate him because I already hate him. And I can't do Friends because I think he's the most annoying character on the planet. Like his fucking character is so bad. And he plays it almost so well that it's the point where I don't think he's acting. I think that's literally how he is.
He just sucks.
And he just sucks, yeah. There was like a Ben Stiller movie or something like that. I can't remember which one it was. Oh no, it was Curb Your Enthusiasm when he's doing the dance, dude. The dance episode, the musical episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot Joey's not able to talk, so like that was more supposed to bounce off him. But everything, yeah, you know what? We're last week of hopefully on Discord.
Yeah, these are the hiccups.
These are the hiccups you get on Discord. But anyway, Joey would have said yes. I remember that episode, and he plays like that same guy, and I'm like, oh, like he has to be really kind of like that. And I just don't like him, and his face sucks. His face is gross. Because he's like that kind of guy that's like definitely people find attractive, but like you don't know why. You're like, this guy just looks.
You get it, but you also don't get it.
Yeah, it's more like it confuses you.
It's kind of like. Actually, I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say the word pig.
Swine. Swine.
Swine.
What else happened? There was something else that happened this weekend that I can't remember.
This is a little bit of a filler week.
Yeah, I mean, it's a filler week. We're tired. I mean, dude, I fucking did not feel good yesterday, man. I was completely out of it. Because, like, Joe and I were talking about on the ride home. I'm like, dude, I don't do, like, 3-day benders anymore.
Dios.
Like, I didn't drink as much Sunday. Like, I did. But, like, Saturday, I was fucking from sun up till we went to bed. I was drinking. And, like, I think the thing that the fucking beet breakfast, dude. I hate restaurants like that. Just give people normal fucking shit. Like,
That's the thing. Do you know when you look at a menu before you go? Do you know when you like? This is what you say. Like, do you know when you look at a menu, and it's like you see something that you like for example, like eggs Benedict or whatever at brunch, and you're just like, okay, fine, I'm gonna get the eggs Benedict. That's just like something that should be a safe call. You'd call it, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then you look at the fucking thing, and they added some bullshit.
It was eggplant Benedict, dude. So it had like, instead of like a biscuit or an English muffin, it had fucking eggplant. And I was like, I'm not getting that. And then the beet hash, dude. I looked at it and I should have known from the rest of the menu, because other than the huevos rancheros, which I knew were going to be bad. I'm like,
the huevos rancheros, Kira got those, and it was like they were truffle.
Yeah, like enough.
Which is like, I don't hate truffle, but like I want normal like refried beans.
You don't want truffle shit at 9 a.m. No one wants that. And then fucking the only other thing you could get was the plain breakfast, which was like eggs, bacon, and the fucking toast. And I'm like, I can make that at home. That's like getting spaghetti and meatballs at a restaurant. Like, I don't need that.
No.
I can do that shit at home, and I won't feel fucking bad about spending $6. So I'm like, whatever. I'll get the beet hash because it said bacon, and then it said beets, sweet potatoes. Like, I had no fucking idea that it would come out as a plate of beets, dude, with almost no bacon in it. And then it just was dry as fuck. It didn't have any sauce even on the eggs. And I'm like, dude, oh, yum. Egg yolk and fucking beets. Like, mouthful of dirt. And I should have fucking known, but I was so hungover that I didn't comprehend it until after I ordered it. But Rob asked, he's like, "Hey, can I have no beets in it, please?" And she's like, "Oh no, like you can't not get beets in it. It's like the thing." And I was like, "Okay." And I was assuming that she meant like, "Oh, it was pre-mixed fucking hash. You can't take the beets out of it." But it was gonna be like little chunks of beet. And it was the opposite, dude. It was solely beet.
How much
It
did
was
you eat?
I ate like 3 bites of it and then was like, I'm not having the rest of this. Like, this is insulting. I ate the egg and I ate like a little bit of the bread, and then I was so pissed off. And then the mimosa wasn't even a mimosa. It was like a canned seltzer mimosa. And I'm like,
Dude, the thing was in a fucking sippy cup too. It was like in a cup. You know when your parents used to fucking take like that, like you're sick with NyQuil and you drink the NyQuil in that little fucking NyQuil cup.
it was like
It
a
was
little
like that.
And I was so upset, and the fucking waitress was so mean, dude. She was like just rude, and like she just like started off wrong, and then she fucking did like was insulted. None of us wanted a box. I'm like, bro, I don't want to bring this box of beets home. You fucking animal. I'm like, don't be like she asked 3 times if we wanted boxes. Like none of us want to take our slop home.
Dude, that was the
That
worst
place-
breakfast I've ever had.
If that place was not on the airport and have that vibe, it would be closed in 2 weeks. The only reason anyone probably stomachs going there, like besides people who are the fucking most annoying people on the planet who like smelling their own farts and are like, oh, it's this dope breakfast spot where you get a plate of dirt in the morning.
Can we write them a terrible review?
This can be enough. I'm gonna clip it. And like we were in Chatham, Mass, and it was on an airport, so it won't be that hard for you to figure out what it is. But we're not saying what it is, so you can't fucking say we doxed you or we fucking badmouthed you or whatever you want. But at the end of the day, dude, no one wants that shit at breakfast. Open a fucking bistro and don't fucking take up dude. If that place, you know why it did? I was kind of confused how we even got a table. I'm like, wow, a table for fucking 8. Granted, they split us up. So 2 tables at the same time at fucking 10 o'clock on Memorial Day weekend? Like, what a fucking
Dude,
steal.
One of
And
the Yeah, go ahead.
the only reason that it was a steal, dude, is because no one fucking was there besides to look at the planes.
One of the waitresses went past Joe's brother, brushed herself against him, and then looked, and he wasn't looking so good. And then he looked at us, like me, with like a weird smirk, and then to him rubbed his shoulder and was like, "I didn't mean to do that." Like we were like, "What?" Yeah, the place is full of freaks.
It was just so insulting, man. And it wasn't cheap either. And it's just like, it's again, coming back to like people who open restaurants, it's like almost insulting, man, that you keep doing this shit. Like, stop being fucking terrible. If you own a restaurant and serve slop, fuck you. And if you own a restaurant that serves $20 beet fucking hash, and you don't really warn people like, hey, this is only beets. No fucking meat in there.
So they might not know what hash is. Like they think that the pile of
They
mush
just said
is
words.
hash.
They just said words.
I don't think they realize that hash is like a thing. You know what I mean? It's not like a hash isn't like another word for sandwich. Hash is like needs to be hash.
It's corned beef or sausage or whatever the fuck you put in it. It's a meat and then fucking potatoes. And I thought, oh, it would be chunks of Yukon potatoes. It would be like bacon or fucking ham. And then it would be fucking some little beets in there. And I'm like, whatever, the fucking beets will make me feel healthy. I'll feel good about myself. And I don't want these fucking white person huevos rancheros. I'm like, that's fucking gross. And the rest of it was inedible. It was fucking nonsense.
Dude, the worst thing too, they fucking the hangers. What not hanger? What's the place? The captain's table, whatever.
What? Yeah, what about it?
But I hate to say it, but I didn't love it either.
Dude, the French toast was shit.
Dude,
I appreciate whoever brought that back, but that was dog shit.
Obviously this is not their fault per se, but Kira asked for, what was it? She asked for she got the what's it called? The breakfast burrito, and she asked for like arugula or something in it. She just wanted like a little thing. They didn't put arugula in it, which is whatever. But then the thing, and she hates this, but again, like it's not anybody's fault per se, because like you don't know, so it's not like a weird food. But they like covered the thing in fucking what are those caramelized onions? And she was like, "What? Like, why do people have to add bullshit to food?" I think it's a Chatham thing. Like, I think it's a rich white people thing. Like, not even saying caramelized onions are fancy, but I like if I get a breakfast burrito, I like
too, dude. It's not even. It wasn't like nothing was good about it. Like I'm sure it was a local fucking beat, but who gives a shit? Like it's fucking insulting, man. And it's like whatever, man. We should have looked at the menu more, and we should have known what we were walking into. But like that was fucking pathetic.
It's actually funny thinking about it now. The fucking place we went to last year might have been better, and we were complaining about it that time.
The captain's table is really good. I don't know what you're talking about.
The breakfast isn't great.
Mine was fire. Me and Rob had a really good one.
Did you get breakfast or did you get like a lunch?
Yeah,
the lunch we got lunch there last year and it was good.
We got eggs Benny. I forget what he got, but I think he got that too. And they had like smoked salmon on it. Not good. I don't know about the French toast, but we did eat it. Like,
no, I ate it. It was fine.
By the time it got to, it was in the back of his truck for like 3 hours. So
you've said his name 4 times. You don't even fucking cut it, dude. Don't even cut it anymore.
He's really in the content now.
Yeah, you're in the content now. You're already in. We won't say your last name.
I don't even know what I got at the Hangar Cafe. To be honest, I think I just got eggs and toast.
We weren't supposed to say their name either, dude.
I don't think that's the name of it. I just said
it's called the Hangar B, and it's dog shit. How about that? How about that? You know what?
How about that? You
fuck it. It was terrible. And I won't do a Google review now because I won't be fucking petty. But like, this is it, dude. This is your review. It was dog shit. I'm gonna put this on TikTok, and I'm gonna fucking tag you because put a few normal things on breakfast, dude. No one like because. Maybe everybody there wasn't violently hungover from the night before. But you know what didn't help my day start off on the right foot?
An even worse breakfast.
Was coming in, eating dog shit, and then being pissed for 2 hours. Like, it ruined my day for a little bit. That's half the reason.
Next year. I mean, to be fair, it did say exactly what it was on the menu.
But I thought there was no fucking humanly way possible they would serve me chunks of beet. I'm like, there's like not little chunks like hash is supposed to be, by the way, but literal fucking whole beets, dude, cut in half with no spices or anything. There was nothing in there. It was solely dirt, dude. Like it's fucking crazy that like, and if maybe people like beets, but fucking insulting, dude. I don't mind beets either. Let me preface it with that.
He doesn't mind beets,
Like when they say like you can get bacon, eggs, and toast, I just go with that route for now on. Because I always know what I'm getting. I think that was called like the pilot's thing or whatever. Because even like eggs Benny is gonna get fucked up sometimes.
Oh yeah,
it's a little insulting.
A little, but it's one of those things. What else? There was something else I had to fucking talk about. I don't know.
Enough.
Yeah. There was something else. Who fucking knows, dude? I really don't remember Saturday though. Like Aaron, I'm dead ass. I don't remember you being like. I know you were there, but you must have been standing behind me, so therefore you like didn't exist.
When was this? I'm really confused.
on Saturday when we went to the beer garden, but we like stepped. Did you step inside with us?
No, I just didn't talk during the game. I was pissed off.
We're all inside, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't remember fucking Aaron being there at all.
I was in the corner, like freaking out. That's all I was doing.
I think in reality, the other reason is because I remember taking the video, and then you weren't in the video, so I'm like, oh, Aaron wasn't there. But then I remembered you two got left behind in the Uber, which was also such a dickhead move to say you couldn't come in the Uber when he had 7 seats in his car. And it's like, bro, they don't have a bigger option. Okay, bye. Bye, Joe. It's been
No, that I mean, I get it. It's whatever.
I don't get it.
It's just not enough for me to even care.
No.
But it is what it is.
The world keeps spinning, dude. That's what I always say. But Pro Cop, how was band practice? Oh, he stepped out to smoke a fucking joint. This is going great.
Dude, these people are sickening. I think this episode deserves not even the. This is. I'm gonna say it right now. This is insulting.
Tomfoolery. This is a little insulting, and it normally comes from you. So that's like what's really.
I've been showing up. I've been putting in the work.
I am very excited for the in person. The setup of it, I think, is gonna be cool with the signs and shit. I'm getting it. I don't know if you saw, but I got someone to paint the picture of us with the clams, and Prokop's gonna be painted in with the Vape Nation thing, and that's gonna be fucking dope. So we have
That's gonna be funny.
Back. We got the fucking booze, dude. Excited for the cocktail hour. I guess I'll start plugging some stuff we're doing. Also, if you haven't checked out our Instagram or TikTok yet, you probably have, because if you're listening this far in our podcast, you're probably one of our
platinum listeners.
5 real friends.
It'd be nice if people cared about us.
Enough people engage with it. But,
no, I meant like actually cared about us as humans, not just fucking.
Oh no, I feel like
content machines.
I did think that today in the car. I don't know if you've ever thought this, Aaron, and this might be like conveying some mental illness, but I'm like, I wonder if the people that I interact with are. I still think people are faking it.
What do you mean?
I don't trust everybody. If people like, dude, like, are you actually my friend, or are you just like kind of like there?
Are you just a character?
Yeah, like that's my thing. I'm like, do people even like me? Yeah. And then I feel like, wow.
I get that.
What if they all have some fucking ongoing prank going, dude?
It's just a prank, Coop. Remember that.
It's always just a prank.
Dude, this is actually low-key insulting.
We can definitely cut this few seconds. Pro Cops, whatever. Dude, this is normally when a fucking Pavo pop-in would be great, but he's over in fucking wherever.
Dude, I gotta get up early tomorrow. Dude, my car is fucked. I gotta get like an oil change. I gotta get a fucking...
My dad's getting my car inspected tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. My dad reminded me. He's like, yeah, you need to get your car inspected too, bro. I was like, what?
Yeah, but I need to get a plate put on it, so my dad's getting my plate put. I probably shouldn't have fucking smoked weed in the car tonight then.
Is that not the smartest idea from Cooper Gavin?
I mean, dude, it's tough because it's just like it's a force to habit. I come out here and I'm like, this is when I can smoke weed. I also still had some I ripped a cigarillo in here today too, which was a fucking mistake.
You can't be smoking those outside of fucking the cave.
The only reason I am is because I have them. Like I only have like 5 left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to like throw them out. Like it's not that like losing $5 would be disappointing to me, but it's like
might as well smoke them if they're there.
I feel like it's wasteful, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can crank them.
I don't want to do it all the time, but I was also out of Zins, and I'm like, oh, I'll just stop on my way home.
Did you re-up?
Yeah, I needed to re-up, but I've been saving the codes for ProCop, but they're all in my car. So
I wish I fucking
What do
kept
I
all
gotta
mine.
put the codes in?
you told me to save them for you, dude.
I thought I was saving them for you.
You need to cut like the last 5 minutes out, by the way, because I think I just like gave out some fucking schizo take. That definitely shouldn't have been in there.
I was
And
away.
then-
I'll listen.
No, I
back.
know you were away, and then Joey left and hasn't come fucking back. And I was saying this would be a perfect time for a Pavo pop-in, but he's over fucking
Fraternizing,
Yep,
dumbass.
with the fucking Euros.
Where is he
But-
right now?
But ProCop, how's the band going? Anything upcoming?
Yeah, just a show in August, so that's down the line.
That's cool.
Practicing those songs right now, and then might record. Yeah, it's like you've been saying, Coop. Not even like I'm pooped because I just went on vacation, and then we had like Megan's cousins over for Memorial Day weekend, and that was like enough. So, like,
Any interaction with people anymore, dude. Like it's really tough to, because like I don't really, especially because the last year it's not like I've had my own space per se, but it's like when I come home, dude, I can just go down fucking stairs and I'm like, don't interact with other people.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like interacting with people for fucking 3 days in a row now, I'm like, damn.
speaking of
I forgot.
interacting with people, I had to go down to the city hall to pay a bill, and the just cast of characters that are out there always bamboozles me. Like there was this guy who was just like, "Oh, I paid this, yada yada yada," and I think there's another thing. You know, I could bet you $100 that I already handled this once before. You have me under my dad's name on the deed of my car. Is like, are you senior? And the guy goes, "Do I look senior?" And everyone in the, like, there's like 5 people waiting there are like, "What this is happening right now?" And
This is
then
an absolute fucking criminal.
yeah, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm junior." And he's like clearly like a 50-year-old man.
My name's Junior Guy.
Anyways, just seeing that in person like reminds you, like, oh yeah, I have to act or interact with these fools at some point.
The general public is the general public are swine, dude. And we've been saying that, and it's true. Most people, dude, I'm just like, holy fuck, you live in the same fucking planet. You're like doing shit around. Most people, dude, are sickening at their core, I think. Like it's just like, and honestly, I'm acknowledging that I'm probably sickening to other people. But I think that's our coexistence that we have. It's like everybody thinks everybody's a fucking pig. So, whenever you go to like places where all the fucking pigs are in the pen,
A
Pigs are
Walmart
out to
trip.
play.
like City Hall or Walmart or Market Basket, or you fucking go to a sporting event, or you fucking anywhere in the fucking city, dude. That's like when you're in the city, you're just like, oh my god, it's too many people. And
Too
you're
many
all
pigs.
fucking all pigs. And the fact that we all look at ourselves like main characters is fucking crazy. Because you know everybody walking around is like, oh, all these other people are pigs, and it's just me. And I'm gonna be somebody. It's like, hey, how about you start a podcast and stop just fucking talking?
How about you start talking, but this time record it?
Yeah, have you guys ever heard of content creation?
Yeah, look it up.
Monetize
Give it a whirl.
I already forgot to post the fucking vibe of the day, dude. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a vibe of the day this summer, and then I was like, never mind. Fucking don't want to do that.
That's a vibe.
The video I took yesterday was funny though. I look fucking dead because I also went to the dentist and the lady fucked me up, and she kept on poking her finger in between my rib cage when she was telling me a story, and I'm like, hey, like enough. With her fucking finger poking it in, and she like and I know it's so stereotypical, the fucking dental hygienist who fucks you up, but this woman, like, I've had her before, and she's never been this fucking. And I think it's because she was distracted talking. And my mistake is I was in like work mode, so I like just got off a work call, and I was like used to fucking bullshitting. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
once the bullshit came out, I was kind of giving it back and forth, and I'm like, this is fucking took forever. And then I was kind of uncomfortable because the dentist like corrected where the lady's setup was. And he's like, oh, this screen is like in danger of being broken. And she's like, well, I didn't set it up. And he's like, well, you got to move it up. And then he like didn't notice it was zip tied. And he's like, these fucking tech nerds, dude. They came in here, and moved all this shit and didn't ask me. And I was like, just sitting there. I'm like, hey, guy, I got to get back to work. Like, can you just check out my fucking teeth? I was very nervous that there was going to be cavities just because I've been zinning. And I'm like, oh, dude, I've been zinning for like probably 3 months now, like heavy.
You're gonna make they notice.
Yeah, and they didn't. It was like one of the first times in the last few years I haven't had cavities.
I always have at least one, even though I brush
I
and
normally
floss.
always have one. I normally always have one, but they didn't even like warn me about one this time. Like the last few times, they're like, "Hey, this tooth might be in trouble."
I have to fix my dental insurance. I have to figure that out.
Yeah, I'm worried about switching mine because mine's like relatively cheap, and like even if they only pay for a cleaning every 12 months, like that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm very worried that like the fucking like the any like actual fixes and stuff, because like even my parents whose insurance I'm still on, it's like good insurance.
Yeah.
Like when I had a fucking tooth that they needed to like do work on, they're like, oh well, you can get this like cap instead or whatever. And they're like, but insurance doesn't cover it, like all. And it was like $3,000. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, I would have been like, just yank that shit out.
Oof.
I don't want that shit. But it was just this like one kind of cap that they're like, this would basically prevent anything in the future. And I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. But anyway, this
Don't listen
episode's
to us
probably
for dental hygiene. Brush your teeth.
mine was just dip and soda for a while. But I've really cut back on the soda. I drink diet soda every once in a while now. Like if I go out and grab a lunch. By the way, top tier steak and cheese. This is where we can end up. One of the top tier steak and cheese I've ever had was Lambert's on Route 1. Very good. Top tier steak and cheese, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, but the problem is, I got it by accident the first time. I was like, oh, I'll take a steak bowl. Like, because they do like burrito bowls there too. And it's like a little bit cheaper than Chipotle. And they give you kind of a little more meat and shit. And I'm like, it's a local business, whatever. I'll go there instead. And they fucking gave me a steak bomb. And I don't normally like steak bombs because the onions are normally like undercooked and it's like there's too much of them. But like there was like onions, mushrooms, fucking peppers, all of them in there, dude. And it was fire. And I've gotten them like, I got one once every like week and a half for the last like 3 weeks, dude. So I've gotten like a few subs, dude. But the problem is I'm gonna get them a few times and I'm gonna get like one mediocre one. I'm gonna be off of them. But the top tier, probably one of the best steak and cheese, like at a deli kind of thing that I've had in a while.
Sorry, I'm
On
like
Route
dying
1.
right now. Oh, go ahead.
Me and Aaron just spoke at the same time. That was lame.
I was just saying I'm dying.
Dying from what?
Dude, can you please cut that part? But anyway,
Of course.
you don't need to cut the IOC ones. Like Joey said it, and if he gets mad at Joey, that's on him. And you can just be like, oh, I missed him because I couldn't hear Joey. And when IOC hears this part, here's the thing, dude. Get over it.
Get over it, swine.
Anyways, thanks everybody for listening.
Thanks, guys.